What's up, guys? It's your girl Kendall here with 420 Intuition, and welcome back to my channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Well, welcome for this celebrity requested reading. This is going to be for Mew Suppasit and Kanawut. Sorry if I'm butchering their names. I do apologize. We're doing a love reading or a connection reading between these two people. At any point in time that this video or information that I say resonates for you, feel free to comment below and let your girl know. And lastly, if there's any other particular celebrity reading or celebrity couple reading you would like for me to go ahead and do, please feel free to comment their full names and their full birthdays below, so I'll make sure to add them to the requested list. Okay, so enough of the chit chat. Let's get right into it. Let's jump right into the energy. What's the overall energy? Let's start with Kanawut. Let's start with Golf. What is the overall energy of Golf and the underlying situation that they may not know is there? What we have is Four of Wands underneath the deck. That's Aries energy. So what's surrounding them subconsciously that they're even unaware of is a desire to actually have some type of union, a desire for a civil union, a marriage, some sort of progression in a relationship, a happy home, a castle to call their own. So that's actually forming for home and love and overall. So that's what's surrounding Golf right now in this connection. Let's do the underlying energy that surrounding Mew. I don't think that they know of. We do have the Four of Swords, so we have a hint of four. So Four of Swords, Four of Wands, wanting to heal, a lot of healing, wanting to cleanse some things, wanting to reflect on some things. That's that Libra energy right there. So about balance, meditation, clearing their mind, getting some possibly meditating to get some answers, stuff like that. But they're both about four. So I would say they're kind of on the same page. Maybe Mew actually therefore is coming from the simple fact of possibly wanting to heal the connection. But let's get some information. Let's get a couple cards, oracle cards for them as well. We'll start with Golf. We have childhood trauma, so that could be a factor in why their relationship has been a little stagnant, or maybe that's why they need some healing out of their relationship. They just don't have the greatest connection right now with their partner. I also have retreat and calling in your soulmate. And also I have addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, and has a block. So I definitely feel as though maybe Golf wants to go on a trip or vacation with this person. Maybe they want to go on a vacation with with Mew. Golf wants to go somewhere with Mew in regards to clearing out the situation, healing it. I think they're on the same page. Maybe we're gonna get more cards, but it could have been a codependent situation. That's what they're trying to heal. Whatever childhood trauma, maybe Golf had some childhood trauma in regards to abandonment issues, or feeling like they need their partner to be completely with them. But regardless situation, I would say Golf with this energy, like we pulled, with Mew's energy, it's kind of mirroring Golf's, where to me they seem like they want the same thing: reconciliation of some sort, healing a connection, feeling a little better about a connection. All right, so let's get some oracle cards for Mew in regards to this. It says, "You were so different from everyone around me." I definitely feel like there's an urge and kind of a pull and draw for one another. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. We also have the butterfly and healthy choices. Okay, so this is it's a good theme for Mew. Mew's all about starting over, elevating themselves, relationship evolving, growing, and actually have an epiphany that maybe they in fact do really do love, that Mew loves Golf and possibly wants to start making some healthier choices, get over their codependency. That's why it says love yourself first. So I definitely feel like their relationship possibly has has currently a lot of codependency that they have to work through in order to kind of come back as a better situation or a better relationship for one another. All right, so let's get how their current energy, what they are aware of, what's their current energy towards each other. So how does Golf currently feel, or what's their energy overall right now? We have the Three of Wands reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. So that tells me with this Three of Wands reverse and the Ace of Pentacles is maybe that they don't want to quite make a decision yet, or pull a decision as far as moving forward in this relationship to get to that Four of Wands, because they do feel like they have a lot to work on. I definitely feel like their desire is to have a connection. Their desire is to take this golden opportunity to take any type of offer of a next level, but they know before doing that there's some things they do have to work on. Sorry about that. So I definitely feel like Gulf is actually wanting to take this next step to be with Mew again, to heal the relationship. But they're being very cautious about it. They're not trying to make a hastily decision. They're trying to slow things down in order to reflect and to get more knowledge exactly of what type of offer this is. Is this a true offer of reconciliation? Is this a true offer of a commitment? They really want to take their time on some things. Now, as far as Mew's in energy, overall energy that they are aware of towards Gulf, we have the Eight of Cups. So he's that Scorpio energy. Mew is actually to me, he's on a level, or they're on a level right now to have a new pathway for this, to have a new direction when it comes to this relationship. I think they want to walk away from anything that disappoints them, whatever abandonment. They don't want to, they're kind of withdrawing away. They're withdrawing to have a new direction. So I feel as though Mew is probably currently withdrawing. They both are probably withdrawing from each other, and they're doing a lot of introspection, a lot of reflection. So I don't necessarily feel like the distance, if they have any distance currently right now, their distance is a negative thing. I think their distance is coming from a lot of self-love, self-growth, and actually wanting to see both of them be successful in this relationship. But they realize, again, some things are holding them back emotionally, so they're trying to check their own emotions separately before they actually bring it together. So I like that. I think it's a lot of individual work going on right now. All right, so how does they currently feel? So how does Gulf overall currently feel? I think there's a lot of fear here. We do have Moon, Cancer energy. To me, that's a lot of fear. Possibly there's some secrets, or I don't think Gulf is being very open and honest when it comes to their expression of certain things that they're dissatisfied with. So that's something that they're going to have to do. There's a fear of possibly, if I say the wrong things, maybe I'm going to screw this up, or maybe we won't get that second chance. So again, that could be from people pleasing, from childhood trauma. There's a lot of triggers that's triggering Gulf in this situation. And I think what's happening, and the reason why Gulf is retreating, because earlier I mentioned that they're going to be retreating together, but I honestly feel like Gulf is probably retreating to, again, address a lot of these issues. And I think what happened was he's realizing that a lot of these blocks are what's stopping him. A lot of these childhood things, abandonment, people pleasing, trying to always make sure the person wants you and loves you, trying to be Mr. Fix-It. So why Gulf, I think, is removing himself or themselves from the situation continuous is because right now they just are fearful that if I keep doing the same thing, I'm not going to get better. But also, if I speak up, he doesn't know what to do, because if he speaks up to Mew and says, hey, this is how I feel, he's terrified that it's going to blow up in his face. So right now, his energy and how he currently feels is just, I'm just going to kind of retreat, and I'm going to be kind of secluded. I'm going to be very mysterious. I'm not going to really open up because I don't know which direction is the right direction, and I don't want to ruin this. So let's go to Gulf. We have the Queen of Cups reversed. I have the Nine of Cups reversed, and I also have the Two of Cups reversed. So right now, I think Mew is Mew is very emotionally all over the place when it comes to this connection. I definitely feel like he has a lot of love and he has a lot of desire, and he's really confused on why it's not working out with them. I definitely feel like he's kind of drunk on love, in a sense of where he can really think about is that connection being lost, and is that connection that's not here. So there's a lot of immense emotions here. You have water on both sides, heavy on the water. So in my mind, there's a lot of emotions here, there's a lot of love here, but there's just a lot of confusion as to why we're not working, why this connection isn't what it is, and how we can bring this connection back. So far the desire is there on both their instincts. I truly feel though with Mew, he's giving me more of a true reflection and possibly trying to problem solve, whereas Gulf over here is really dealing with more of his own inner issues. I think it's more heavily on trying to reflect and fix themselves, right? And then Mew is so fixated on fixing their problem and coming back together. All right, so what's standing in their way? What's standing in Gulf's way? We have the Tower reversed, the Star card reversed, and the Seven of Wands. What's standing in the way again is he needs to go on this journey alone. I think that's what's happening. I think what probably happened to them in the past, what could have been a failure of theirs, is they didn't understand that a lot of these journeys they have to go through, you can't fix the other person. So in order for you to have a better relationship, you have to fix yourself individually. And then at that point in time, if and then you guys realize that this is a connection you want to maintain, if this is the connection you want next, then they're going to make it work. But this work is not supposed to be with anyone else. I think that they're having a coming of age situation for themselves. This is giving me kind of like not like a midlife crisis. This is giving me kind of like an eye-opening experience to me. Like, I just realized that, I feel like Gulf just realized that a lot of the things again that they did were hurting their detriment, their life, like their livelihood, could have been their career, could have been, messing a lot of things. So now they're just trying to grow up and trying to mature and to really handle the things and grow. I really feel like Gulf is more about growth, but he's still wanting this connection. All right, so what's standing in the way? So what's standing in Gulf's way? Sorry to sum it up again for you. It's the timing of it all. He's trying to avoid trying to heal the situation because he needs to work on that. But eventually, I think the work has been done. I think there's been time that has been past them. Now it's time. I think Spirit's starting to gather them together and say, now it's time for you guys to call each other. You're ready. I think you're ready. The only way you're able to maintain that growth is to really kind of keep putting the effort into it while you guys are joined. So Spirit is kind of testing them right now. So I don't think that's a lot to stand in someone's way for reconcile. And so what is standing in Mew's way? We have King of Pentacles as well as the Eight of Swords. They are standing in their own way. I think that they're to give them space, to give Gulf some space. They decided to throw themselves into their work, possibly decided to respect the space that they have required, because again, I think Mew is more about healthy boundaries, understanding what it means to have a healthy relationship. So they're kind of more advanced in this department as far as that's concerned. So what's standing in their way is their own self, because that could be a detriment to Mew. Letting someone have too much space could be a bad thing, because the person could feel like, well, they don't really care, so I might as well move on than giving me all the space. When Mew is seeing it as, I'm respecting your boundaries, the healthy choices, we're all about trying to be healthier. Now, I think Gulf might take that as, well, they're dragging their feet, so maybe this is not the time for us. So I think that's a good thing and a bad thing. So, having a healthy mindset of relationships is a great thing, but also not understanding that somebody else who doesn't have that same mentality, they might view that you are giving them too much space and you're not really interested. So I think Mew has to push himself a little bit for Gulf, because he's a more I would say mature one, or at least more relationship mature. Okay, so what's their desire? What's their overall desire? So I want to go for Gulf real quick. What's Gulf's overall desire in this relationship? We have the Page of Pentacles reverse and the Three of Coins. I think he definitely wants to come back to reconcile, but he doesn't want to be the person to initiate, because I think we have another person here who initiates a lot of their reconciliations, possibly because they're so used to that hot and on again, off again situation. So I definitely feel what Gulf's desire is maybe to not accept the same traumatic or really take things slow, but work on a very solid partnership, because maybe they rushed into it. Like, there's a lot of love here, but he doesn't want to continue rushing and making bad decisions and bad choices and bad options, and honestly wants to take a really slow time, but definitely wants to come back and be partners again and be able to figure things out, but he doesn't want it to be a rushed decision. So that's why, as far as any type of serious reconciliation of a relationship, I don't really know if that energy is there, but then that's not necessarily a bad thing. That just means they're trying to slow things down to understand what the hell is going on and to, again, set up healthy boundaries. Now let's go as far as what does Mew desire out of all this connection? We have the Four of Wands reverse, what? The Eight of Wands reverse, what? And the Page of Cups reverse. That's interesting. It's really weird, because it's just like their ultimate desire. I don't feel like these reversals are right. I'm getting kind of, they desire to have all these things: communication, affection, words of affirmation, a solid home and stuff like that. But they don't want to move forward either. They don't want to be the first person to reconcile this. So they're going to stand in each other's way with that. I don't feel like these reversals are right. I honestly feel like these reversals are some fears that's what's going on in their mind, that Gulf doesn't want to have these things. So that's what their desire is. They're not really expressing the desire because they feel like it's not going to be reciprocated. But ultimately, I definitely feel like their desire is to have the Four of Wands, come together, communicate again, to give each other love again. So these reversals, I'm not buying that. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like, okay, you have all this in your mind, but then your desire is to not do anything. Your desire is to walk away. Not feeling that. So I'm going to really take these reversals. I'm going to keep them reversed, but I feel like that's just an underlying thing that he's not expressing. I don't think Mew was really expressing how he feels to Gulf. He's keeping all these things in. All right, so let's see what their next steps are before we get the likely outcome. So the next steps for this couple, or the next steps for Gulf towards Mew. Let's see the next steps. We have the Lovers here, the Nine of Coins, Judgment card, and the Seven of Swords. All right, so I definitely feel that their next steps is to possibly reconcile in some form of way, but take things slow. I think that, but Gulf needs to be mindful of not to go back to old ways and to actually stick with the hard work that they've been doing. Going back to old ways, what I mean by codependency and bringing a lot of toxic traits or toxicity into the relationship. He needs to stick with all the hard work he's been doing, and the hard work of the reflection on his relationship, not only for his relationships, but his not only with the relationship with Mew, but the relationship with himself. So I definitely feel like his next steps are going to be going towards Mew to reconcile, but it's going to be slow and steady, and I don't think it's going to be publicly. I think he's going to do it on the low, hence the Seven of Swords, the sneaking back and forth, right? The sneaking towards that, to sneaking, to doing it, to working on it, but slowly behind the scenes where no one really knows. I honestly doubt that none of you guys know that they are probably not together right now. I think that they are very private people, and they're keeping this to themselves. The next move, I don't really feel, this is what confuses me. Mew's next move towards Gulf isn't a move. He's going to wait for the right time. He's trying to transform himself, and once he feels like the timing is right, that's when I feel like he's going to express himself from fears and anxiety, and express some things he's been keeping to himself. So I think what's going to happen, he's just waiting on the right time. I think he's getting kind of restless right now, waiting on that. But with the reversal of the Tower, that just means it's not here yet. So the time to express his love, the time to move forward with Gulf and to come back with Gulf is just not right. There's a lot of energy with people just chilling. People wanting someone, desiring someone, debating on moving forward, debating on reconciling, wanting to do the changes, but no one's actually heading towards each other because, again, it's all about perfect timing, and I don't think they have it. So what's the likely outcome? What is Gulf's likely outcome towards Mew? We have the Emperor reverse, the Page of Cups upright, the King of Swords reverse, and the Magician. What the hell? The most likely outcome is they're still going to be, it's weird, like they're still going to have to work on each other individually. I don't feel like they're whole yet. I definitely feel like the likely outcome is they're still going to communicate. They're still going to try to make things work, but it's going to be a long process. The timing of them having a good relationship and getting that Four of Wands that they want is it's going to be a while. Especially with the Emperor reverse and the King of Swords reverse, that's energy of people who aren't listening, people who aren't ready to listen, people who aren't ready to hear their faults, people who aren't ready to, there's a lot of love expressed. That's interesting because the Page of Cups is upright. So there's a lot of love. There's a lot of love to express about, I don't want to be single. I want us to work. I'm willing to do the work, but they're still not listening to each other. So I think it's going to take them a while to actually drop their egos and drop their emotional baggage in order to hear each other. But the desire of being together for Gulf is still there. So I think the likely outcome of them still having friendships and stuff, they're still going to be cool, but a relationship, it's going to take them time. Now the likely outcome that is around, that's surfacing around Mew, we have Six of Coins, we have King of Cups, and then we have Seven of Swords. Betrayal, deception, getting away with something, acting strangely, trickery. So the likely outcome is, I think Mew is willing to put in the work, but when he sees how closed off that Gulf is still, when there's not really that just flat out open, I think that this person does sneak away to focus on them and to really heal themselves and to focus on their emotional well-being and balancing out how they feel, and and honestly getting control of their life, and starting to pay more attention to their career. So likely outcome that they're going to reconcile. I don't, as far as right now, I don't see it. As far as them coming together to be in a healthy, happy relationship, I don't see it right now. I think they have to go on this journey separately for right now in order to do what they really want to do, is eventually come back together. So let's get some last minute angel oracle advice. Any last minute angel oracle advice for this relationship between 2/21/91 and 12/4/97. This is interesting. There's a lot of love here. This is to the point where it's just like, why don't you guys go to couple counseling or something like that? That's the vibe that I feel. I feel like they need couple counseling, and someone said no. So I just, there's no. I don't know exactly what that no is for. Give me more. It says communicate clearly. Yeah. So I think a lot of no's and people not like communicating clearly. The no could have been someone saying, I don't want to go to couples therapy, we don't need that, but baby, you do. I think they would be able to communicate clearly if they would be able to take the chip off their shoulder, take, willing to be open for advice and willing to have somebody actually hear them out and to communicate for them. They would be a whole lot easier. They're just not having a great time because their communication is shit. So that's why their relationship didn't work. That's something that they're going to have to drop as well to move forward. All right. So let me know if this resonated. If you guys know some information again about this couple that I don't know. And if you're still here, please feel free to smash the like button on the way out. And on that note, I'm sending you guys nothing but good highs and good vibes your way. Later.